kicking, hitting, and fighting. Zlatan is a mood on and off the field. From upsetting a whole country to insulting his own coach and trying to end somebody's career. Here are the 15 times Zlatan Ibrahimovic has been nothing but savage and badass. Starting off with the craziest roast a player did after his red card. So the year was 2015, and PSG was facing Chelsea in the Champions League quarterfinal. Half an hour into the match, Ibrahimovic went in for a loose ball against Oscar, and the player was down in pain. Chelsea players surrounded the referee in anger as he showed Ibrahimovic a straight red card. Well, post-match, Zlatan was not at all chill about it, and he straight up called the Chelsea players.
But that is not the worst. The worst is when I get the red card, all the Chelsea players come around. That for me, I don't know. It felt like I had 11 babies around me.
It felt like I had 11 babies around me. Oh, that was harsh, but we're just getting started with it, and you've got to see how he handled a little push on the pitch. 14. Goalkeeper Gunnar Nielsen decided to approach Zlatan Ibrahimovic after a slight tussle following a red card of his teammate. But before he could say anything, the then Swedish striker casually threw the ball at his face, even without looking. The guy is savage, even without looking. Post-match, Zlatan was quoted saying, "I didn't see him. It was a no-look pass. Good. I hit him." 13. But that's nothing compared to the length Zlatan has gone to protect Messi. So, we've seen our fair share of lions saving the GOAT on the field. But wait till you see this fiery controversy where Messi kind of received a death threat, and Zlatan responded equally. The 2022 World Cup saw Argentina beating Mexico out of the league, and the Argentine players partied hard in the dressing room. When the videos of the celebrations went viral, Cassano Alvarez was not happy. Then when he saw Messi using a Mexican flag to clean the floor, he got really mad and tweeted about it, saying he should keep praying to God that he doesn't find him. Well, Zlatan wasn't having any of it, and straight up called Canelo a clown. I don't know who Canelo was, but I see he's a clown. He touches Messi and the next day he'll be in the afterlife. And, well, given what he did with the next player on this list, I don't doubt his statement. And even that is nothing compared to our top 3 picks, where Zlatan's badass attitude left everyone in the dust. 12. Post-match, Antonio Cassano was giving an interview. Zlatan took it as an opportunity to kick him right in the face. I didn't know one could do that to their teammates, but then again, it's Zlatan. When Zlatan kicks, it's not an insult, it's a blessing.
Oh my God!
And Cassano seemed to know that it was a friendly kick. You know who once didn't know that? 11. I didn't injure you on purpose, and you know that. If you accuse me again, I'll break both your legs, and that time it will be on purpose. Imagine who was on the receiving end of this deadly threat. It was Rafael van der Vaart. But when they both faced each other in a friendly match between Sweden and Ajax, Rafael was sent off injured by a tackle pulled off by Zlatan. And when Rafael accused Zlatan of purposefully injuring him, he was not happy. And an angry Zlatan is unstoppable. You can ask Lukaku. 10. October 2020. Ibrahimovic was in the red and black of Milan, Lukaku in the blue and black of Internazionale, and the Milan derby saw one of the biggest fights of the season. It all started with Lukaku arguing with Alexis Salmakers, the young Milan midfielder. Ibrahimovic stepped in, and this is when everything just went flying. With insults and headbutting, there was no stopping Zlatan. That's one thing about this man. He doesn't like it when people mess with him, and one reporter learned it the hard way. 9. Yeah, he destroyed the reporter by insulting his wife. When he asked him about the scars on his face,
a reporter asked you if you had any scars on your face, and you said,
You should ask your wife.
exactly.
You answer me a question, you get a answer.
but insulting a reporter is better than insulting a whole country. 8. This was his 500th goal.
Santos lifts it into the area. Ibra scores! That is number 500 for Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and only he.
That too at the age of 36. Before this, no one could imagine a player destroying a goalkeeper with an incredible spinning backheel flick. Likewise, when everyone was expecting Zlatan to retire, he destroyed Denmark in the playoffs by scoring twice for Euro 2016. And this is what he had to say about it. There was the thought that this would send me into retirement. I sent their entire country into retirement. Kind of reminded me of my number 1 entry, where Zlatan tried to end his teammate's career, but for now, we have him 7. Breaking through the defense of the opposing team and scoring such an impressive solo goal, Zlatan had been humiliating teams for ages. This goal was the highlight of that match and season. You know what is the highlight of Zlatan's whole career? Him asking his coach to, F himself up. 6. It takes a special kind of footballer to stand up to a manager like Guardiola, let alone tell him to go F yourself. And this player was none other than Zlatan Ibrahimovic. His departure from Barcelona left many fans puzzled. Why would such a talented player leave one of the world's top clubs? The answer lies in a clash of egos between Ibrahimovic and his manager, Pep Guardiola, whose preference for Lionel Messi over every other player at Barcelona didn't sit well with Ibrahimovic.
My problem in Barcelona was one man, and that's the philosopher. After New Year, a couple of months after that, I didn't speak to him anymore. I mean, if you have somebody that doesn't stimulate you, I will not fight for you.
Despite his initial success at the club, scoring goals left and right, Ibrahimovic found himself increasingly isolated from his coach. And this is when he said this.
Remember, players here don't come with Ferrari, Porsche and that. But why? Next game, I know I'm on the bench. Second game, bench. Third game, bench. Fourth game, bench. And the fourth game, I bring my Ferrari. And I bring the Enzo Ferrari. It will create another situation. So I parked the car in front of his office. So, with me, I said, you want to play with fire, I will bring you fire, but I will burn you.
How did he react to you parking your Ferrari outside?
He would not say nothing to me because he would avoid me.
You called him a coward with no ball.
When you buy me, you're buying a Ferrari. If you drive a Ferrari, you put premium petrol in the tank, you hit the motorway, and you step on the gas. Guardiola filled up with diesel and took a spin in the countryside. He should have bought a Fiat. But what he said to a person on national television, I don't know if we're even allowed to say that. 5.
You're even more ugly in television than reality.
What? Dude didn't just call him ugly, he called him uglier. Someone really needed to teach this man to hold his reins, because of what he did with LeBron James was even more disrespectful than calling this man ugly on television. 4. So we all know Zlatan is all in on Twitter, and when LeBron James joined the Lakers, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the star soccer player for the LA Galaxy at the time, was quick to welcome him in his own special way. He jokingly shared a tweet saying that LA now has a god and a king, welcoming King James. LeBron thought it was all in good fun and tried to be buddies by sending Zlatan his jersey. But guess what? Zlatan didn't keep it as a souvenir. No. He signed it and sent it right back to LeBron. Now buckle up, guys. We're moving into our top 3 picks. Let me tell you, they are crazier than anything you've seen before. So, 3. In 2018, not many Europeans cared much about the American League. So, when Zlatan left Manchester United for the California club, it was a huge surprise for everyone. But as confident as ever, Zlatan made his debut, leaving sports reporters worldwide stunned when he did this.
Spain. Here he goes again! Oh! That's long!
LA, you're welcome.
Oh, the header holds.
They couldn't help but applaud as he made a grand entrance, showcasing his skills right from the start. Now that's what you call making a first impression. But what he did with the French people wasn't a great try for a first impression. 2. When Zlatan joined PSG, French people weren't really up for accepting the football legend, quoting his arrogance, to which he replied,
You call me arrogant. And French people are famous for being arrogant. So I'm exactly like you. So you should love me.
Oh, and even that was not it. And politicians demanding him exit France, the country. In a match against Bordeaux, PSG faced an early setback, but Zlatan managed to equalize quickly. However, tensions rose as PSG struggled in the second half and conceded another goal. Thankfully, a penalty in the 85th minute gave Zlatan a chance to shine, and he didn't disappoint, scoring to level the game again. But just when it seemed like they would settle for a draw, Bordeaux scored again in the last minute of the game, leaving Zlatan furious. He didn't hold back his frustration, criticizing the referee.
Play 15 years, never seen referee in this country. Don't even deserve PSG should be in this country.
This didn't sit well with Marine Le Pen, a French politician who demanded Zlatan leave the country if he didn't like it. PSG, concerned about the negative attention, asked the player to issue an apology, clarifying that his comments were made in the heat of the moment and weren't directed at the people of
First
France.
of all, was not aiming for the people or whoever there. When I said it, I was angry in that moment, and whoever felt offended or took it in a wrong way, if they took it, I apologize for them. I have no problem.
1. Remember that iconic moment when Zlatan proclaimed, "I am a lion"?
Yourself on the pictures believing you were a lion. Is that right?
I am a lion.
You are a lion.
Well, in 2010, he didn't transform into a lion, but rather into a martial artist. Spoiler alert, his kung fu move nearly ended a man's career, but there was a lot more to the story, and for that, you have to go back to 2006, when Marco Materazzi, also known as Matrix, dared to provoke Zlatan during a match between Juventus and Inter Milan. Big mistake. Zlatan doesn't take kindly to threats. He tried to get up, but he was wailing in pain. But Materazzi had a hard lesson to learn. Despite being teammates at Inter Milan, their past didn't matter. Zlatan harbors grudges and isn't one to forgive easily. Fast forward to 2010, the stage was set for their rematch in a heated game between Inter Milan and AC Milan. With a history of bad blood, Zlatan didn't hold back. A kung fu kick and a flying elbow left Materazzi nursing his wounds in the hospital. When asked about his actions, Zlatan showed no remorse, admitting he'd been waiting for this moment for 4 years. You think what happened between Zlatan and Matrix was brutal? Wait till you watch my video, 12 Most Brutal Fouls in Football. You will be shocked to find some of your favorite players in there.